And we're back for our Let's Play of The Last Door Season 2. Last time we finished up Episode 2. And boy, what a cliffhanger. Well, on to Episode 3. The Reunion. Dr. Wakefield travels to the island of Isles Moor in search of an ancient sanctuary said to hold the final answers to the mystery of the last door. Let's go. Yeah, start over. Previously on the last door. As a necessary step to understanding the mysterious disappearance of Dr. Wakefield's patient Jeremiah DeWitt, the doctor and his colleague Johann Kaufman visited the manor of Professor Wright. Years before, Wright had been Kaufman's mentor in the occult, but since then, had been afflicted with a mental condition and could remember nothing. They discover that Wright's research had been funded by the Playwright, secret organization led by Alexander Dupre. No relation. While Kaufman laid in bed due to a sudden illness, Wakefield followed the clues left by the eccentric Professor Wright, leading to the darkness of an underground labyrinth. There was something waiting down there, alive but imprisoned in the cave. In the deepest chamber of the tunnel, Wakefield met the dreadful result of Dr. Wright's final experiment, which had been an attempt to cross the last door using fear as the key. For 3 days he must wait. Alone amongst these dead stones. Only then will you be ready. Complete your journey, Mr. Ashton. I can remember. It's terrible screech. But it was not that of an animal. There was something human in it. A desperate cry for forgiveness. They found me on the beach, unconscious. I blamed a hole in the cave, clutching the piece of wood that had saved me from drowning. When at last I awoke, the letter was waiting on my table. Liebe Wakefield, I write this letter in my last moments of lucidity. I have not received word from you since I regained consciousness, but I am confident that you will soon return with information that is crucial to our investigation. The bravery that you demonstrated in the face of these latest discoveries is worthy of my most sincere admiration. I must now ask you for yet more courage. The doctors were unable to determine the cause of my sudden illness, nor have they found a cure. I have not much time left. My greatest regret is that I must abandon you to the difficult tasks that lie ahead. I implore you to persevere. Now we are so close to finding an answer. The professor's documents were filled with reference to a place of dark legend. The Crone Maiden, an ancient sanctuary on the island of Isles Moor. The exact location of the Crone Maiden has been lost, but the professor believed that its secrets may explain why his experiments met with such disastrous results. You must find this place, mein Freund. I do not need to remind you to exercise the uttermost discretion. I have complete trust in you. Always your friend, Johann Kaufmann. Kaufman gone, I found myself lost. My life suddenly devoid of meaning. It was as though my friend had written a letter to a person who no longer existed. Weeks passed, maybe months, I did not count the time. But the day came when I realized there was no other option. To honor my friend's memory, I had to keep looking. I had to find Jeremiah DeWitt. Wherever he was. I could see the island in the distance. Isles Moor. Season 2, Episode 3, The Reunion. And here we are, the island of Isles Moor. Thank you very much. Isles Moor. According to Kaufman's letter, the legendary Crone Maiden can be found here. As Kaufman emphasized, I must exercise discretion. For all I know, the playwright's watching. When will you be back? Tomorrow at first light, probably. I'll be delivering supplies in the mail. I'll see you then. As you wish, Dr. Wakefield. Good evening. Visiting. I hope you enjoy your stay. Good evening, my name's Wakefield. I've just arrived on the island. You have to speak of Lord Donnan, then. I beg your pardon. Lord Donnan? You should see him. Good evening. Welcome to Islas Moor. Excuse me. Visitors are most welcome in Islas Moor. Yes, they are. Okay. Door's locked. Sign reads, "The wisdom of silence." Whatever that means. The windows are open and a light is on. An abandoned wheel. A peculiar cog is attached to it. Don't mind if I do. Based on the cog's workmanship, it looks like it was part of a complex industrial mechanism. But someone has tried to fit it crudely onto that broken bicycle wheel. I wonder if they come to be in a village like this. An industrial cogwheel found lying discarded in the village. We'll keep poking around. Wait. I can investigate the gate. Son of a... Excuse me, are you Dr. Wakefield? Mr. Wakefield? I am. I have a message from O'Donnan. O'Donnan. To our most recent visitor, Mr. Wakefield, it's customary in Islas Moor to welcome strangers with hospitality. I should be honored if you would accept this invitation to join me at my manor for dinner and amiable conversation. Your new friend, Lord Donnan. Okay. We'll get to him, I suppose. Looks like the gate's been broken for some time now. At least it's not recently broken. That would be a bad sign. The faint smell of fish and potatoes drifting through the cheddar. The fish smells slightly rotten. Oh joy. Just checking that window, I don't know. This gate leads to the village graveyard. It's closed and locked. Door's locked. I guess we're going to Donnan Manor. Well, Dr. Wakefield, you're on holiday then? Yes, indeed. I've come to enjoy a rest somewhere far from the stresses of city life. I see. Well, if it's distractions you've come looking for, you've chosen the right time of year for it. These days we celebrate a very special tradition of our kin. Something unique. We call it the Festival of Reunion. Fascinating. May I ask what does it entail? According to our tradition, for the next 3 nights, the spirits of reunion leave the confines of the other side and roam the hills of Islas Moor. We wear costumes and masks so that the spirits will not recognize us and make us the targets of their mischief. Certain rites take place, too. But I should not bore you with the details. You should have occasion to see for yourself. An odd mosaic adorns the floor, depicts 2 snakes biting each other. There are 2 engraved panels on the wall. They appear to be ancient, but I can't decipher their meaning. A large statue of a person. So eroded by the passage of time, it's difficult to tell any specific detail. An exotic blend of black tea. What else is here? Guess we talk to him again. Do these panels on the wall represent a classical theme? Can't seem to place it. They're the panels of the first king of Islas Moor. In the days of the Druids, we worshipped the great god Lu, and our kings did right by those beliefs. Well, I can't help noticing this remarkable mosaic. It looks authentic. Yes, it is. Although some historians might disagree, we believe this manor was built atop an ancient Roman villa. In our traditions, the double seven represents a sentinel that protects us from the terrible threat in and of itself. The statue is remarkable. May I ask what it represents? It's Lulafdap, a hero and High King of our myths. Okay. Sorry if I butchered that. You seem to be knowledgeable about Islas Moor's folklore. I should very much like to learn about the island's history in more detail. It's true that we in Islas Moor cleave to the ancient traditions. They haven't lost touch like some of those on the mainland, but I'm no expert. If you're really interested, you should talk to Miss Foster. Please forgive my indiscretion, but you consider yourself a religious man, Dr. Wakefield. Yes, I do. You seem so certain. Might I ask why? I consider myself to be a man of science, but some phenomena can only be explained by the existence of an unmoved mover. I see. Let's take a walk by the lake. From there we can see the beauty of the island as we talk, and indeed the better for it. The marsh in this valley is a simpleton, is a wellspring of frightful tales. The educated among us enjoy the tales as a little more than distractions, knowing us safe from those visions. We know these stories to be nothing but superstition. But how can we be sure in the dense mist that emanates from the stagnant water? May we not find passages to other worlds? What if the wails that drift from the reeds in the darkest nights are the songs of those from our worst nightmares? Many of the gods that men worshipped for millennia now lie buried in the common grave of oblivion. In Islas Moor we keep our traditions alive. Oh, they change as the times do, but they always keep their essence. These are our roots, Doctor. Okay. I must now take my leave, as my presence is required to start the rites of reunion. Feel free to continue your walk on your own. The village can be found just beyond those hills. As I mentioned earlier, you may wish to speak to Miss Foster. She's something of a resident expert on Islas Moor's history. She can often be found working late at the school, building right across from the quay. It's been a pleasure meeting you. Farewell, Dr. Wakefield. It's been a pleasure, Lord Darnan. Alrighty then. Think we'll be back next time. Just checking something real quick. Okay, that goes to nowhere until you get the letter, I suppose. Speak of the devil. Examine the wheel. Just skip past this a bit. Examine the wheel after we remove this, and we got, looks like the wheel's been lying here for a long time. Waste of a good bicycle, that is.